The Trump administration has just handed a major financial win to some of its closest allies in the supplement industry, and the story involves Kratom, lobbying, and some very prominent political connections. On Wednesday, the Drug Enforcement Administration announced plans to temporarily ban supplements containing a synthetic compound called 7-hydroxymitragynine, or 7-OH. The agency intends to classify 7-OH in the same category as heroin and LSD, making it illegal to buy or sell. The DEA does have a public health justification for this. Government scientists had warned that 7-OH has a significant potential for abuse and associated harms. So on one level, this is a legitimate public health measure. But there is another side to this story. The move is also a big commercial win for makers of natural kratom supplements, who had been steadily losing market share to 7-OH products over the past few years. Natural kratom, the kind derived from trees, is left completely untouched by the DEA's action. Federal health officials have cautioned that natural kratom carries similar risks, including addiction, overdose, and liver damage. But under this new action, it remains perfectly legal to sell. So how did we get here? Since President Trump returned to office, manufacturers of natural kratom supplements have mounted an aggressive lobbying campaign to persuade the federal government to ban 7-OH. They publicly branded it as gas station heroin and pushed to have it classified as a public health menace. Leading that campaign, in part, is Jerry W. Ross, the founder of Botanic Tonics, a company that makes a popular kratom drink called Feel Free. And Mr. Ross found powerful allies inside the Trump cabinet. Homeland Security Secretary Markwayne Mullin is an investor in Botanic Tonics. And Health Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr.'s political operation has received donations from both Mr. Ross and his company. When the DEA announced the action on Wednesday, Kennedy issued a statement praising the agency for what he called decisive action, and said that the Department of Health and Human Services had reviewed the science and recommended the move. The Department of Homeland Security, for its part, described 7-OH as a synthetic drug marketed to kids at convenience stores via deceptive packaging. The New York Times had previously investigated this lobbying campaign and found that Secretary Mullin had repeatedly urged the Trump administration to downplay concerns about botanical kratom, first as a member of Congress, and continuing after he became Homeland Security Secretary. The Health and Human Services Department was careful to clarify in its Wednesday statement that the DEA's action is not intended to regulate natural leaf kratom, but is instead aimed at targeting, in their words, bad actors. What we are looking at is a public health action that simultaneously delivers a significant commercial benefit to companies with direct ties to some of the administration's most senior officials. The Times investigation found that this lobbying campaign blended genuine public health concerns with straightforward business interest, and on Wednesday, it paid off. That is the story for today. Thanks for listening.